A poem you can trust. This is Dale Byron with Heartwork. Let's get right to the poem. It's by the amazing poet Wendell Berry, and it's called The Peace of Wild Things. Talk a little bit more about it after I read it. When despair for the world grows in me, when despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Now, why do I call this a poem you can trust? I say that because the poem is grounded, it's honest, it's humble, and it's not posturing. It's not trying to sell us on something. In fact, it's talking about difficult times in our lives, and it's honoring what is true for the protagonist in the poem. Yet it offers some real and centered, simple, unfettered healing. A good, firm poem of support. Or as you might say, a poem you can really lean on when you need to. So often we are either on one edge or the other in terms of extremes. We are either in full hope mode and all of that, or we're in despair. This is a poem that says, look, there are difficult things going on, very difficult things going on. And yet, there are healing places. There are ways to work with even the most difficult situations. The poem, The Peace of Wild Things, where Wendell Berry says, I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. And am free. One of the wonderful things about poetry, good poetry, is that it can be a solace for difficult times. It can do all sorts of other things as well, as we often talk about on this podcast. But in this case, it is a refuge. It is a refuge and solace for the difficulties that we all face. Okay. Thank you so much for your listening ear. Again, this is Heartwork with Dale Byron. And until next time and next poem, please take good care of yourself. And if you can, someone else.